Good morning, one and all. My name is Mohammed Ali. I'll be dealing with the subject computer networks for all of you. So, before going directly into the topic of computer networks, first let me understand why we are going to learn this subject and what is the reason why we are learning this subject actually. The first thing is computer science, data, information, and knowledge. This is the modern terms and technologies that is being used for the modern world. Everything that you are is surrounded by data, and everything is all about data. I can say the thing starting from your bed from the morning until coming back to the bed at night, everything is all about data. The mobile phone that you are carrying, the laptop that you are having, the personal computer at your home, the WhatsApp that you are using, everything is being surrounded by data. Now, when you have data, there is a need of a network to communicate that data. So that is the reason the subject computer network is all about. Computer network is all about dealing with the information, processing of the information, receiving and sending of the information. So these are the three main things that is being used in computer networks. I can say in simple terms, sender, receiver and mediator. The story about these three people is called as computer networks. In simple terms, sender, receiver and intermediate or what you call as the processor which processes the information, or the sender and which communicate between sender and receiver, is all about computer networks. For an instance, I'll tell you, there was a time in which we used to write letters. Like one person sitting from XYZ place across the globe is writing a letter to person ABC with a medium of postal service. Now that postal service is being converted or is changed to a virtualized, or you can say wired networks. There the postman used to come and give you the letter. Now the cables connected or wireless network is coming and delivering the information. The story all about sender, receiver and a person who is communicating with these two or medium is all the story of computer networks. This is a background of what computer network is all about. Now coming towards this subject, I'll be dealing with this subject for all of you. Now what we are going to learn in today's topic: what is the course overview, objective of this course, and what is the course outcome. So what is the course all about? This course is all about connecting, or not exactly the connecting, but the process of sending and receiving of the information. This subject is going to deal with this process, how things will be communicated at different levels. Like for instance, if you send hello on any of an email or on WhatsApp, what is the procedure that it takes, what is the network path that it takes, how that message is being sent from your mobile and how that is being received to the receiver. That process is all about computer networks. This course is all about this part. Now coming towards the course overview, computer network is a group of computers or devices, we can say. Like here I am using the term as computer, means it means like all of the connected devices which is being connected to the network. Network means it can be internet, it can be intranet, it can be local area network, it can be anything. A network doesn't always mean an internet. Network means a group of computers which are being interconnected with one another. For instance, like you have a group of friends, though you will not be connected physically, but you have a group. That is what we call as a network. So the computer network, or a network of devices which forms a group that uses a set of common communication protocol over digital interconnection for the purpose of sharing resources located or provided by a network nodes. This is what you call as computer networks. Now, as a there is a term called as node which has come over here. Node means an endpoint is called as a node. This sender is a node and this receiver is a node, and this medium is called as a channel or channel of communication or medium of communication. This is what you call as channel. The receiver is a node, sender is a node, and this is a channel. This can be in different form. It can be one, it can be hundreds of networks. For an instance, we are considering a building. For example, in every of the houses you have Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi has some cables coming out of it. One cable will be as an input which is coming from the operator, and you have other cables which are coming out. That cable which are coming out can be said as a network of that part. This is a network, or something like the people who are connected to that particular router makes a network. That device acts as a channel of communication, and the people who are using that internet or that network are being considered as a node. They are being considered as a node. Now this is all about a general introduction about the computer network. Now coming towards what is the objective of this course. The objective of this course is to study the design issues in network layer and various routing algorithms. As I have told you, there is a sender and there is a receiver. When sender is sending something from its side, how that is being taken, what is the path that is being taken from that sender to come to the receiver. For instance, you stay at XYZ place in the world. You want to come to the university or you want to come to the college. So what is the path that you will be taking? What is the path that you are taking is been considered as a channel. For an instance, the path that you used to take usually is been blocked for some reason. So you will search for some alternate path by which I can reach to the college. In the same way, in the network also, it will be searching for the shortest path, and as well as it will be searching for other alternative path, so that the information that is been sent from the sender to the receiver reaches at approximate time. For instance, if I send you hello for WhatsApp and I am receiving that message after 1 hour, is it efficient? No, it is not efficient. It has some traffic congestion, so I need to reduce this congestion. So these are all the design issues which comes. For an instance, I am sending you hello once and you are receiving hello for 2 times or 3 times. This is also an issue. So this things deals with the issues used to communicate the sender as well as the receiver. The second point is to introduce internet routing architecture and protocol. How internet actually works. What are the protocols that is being used? What are the different protocols by which I can send and receive information, TCP/IP, UDP, XYZ type of a thing. What are the protocols? Protocol in the sense, what is the medium or what is the program or what is the thing that I am using. For instance, as I have typed hello, it's in one language. If I write the same thing in Hindi, dhanyavad, that's also a message and this is also a message, but this is English and this is Hindi. So in this way, this is what we call as a protocol, in the sense in which I am communicating with the receiver or sender. The next point is to learn the flow control and congestion control algorithms in transport layer. As I have said you, flow control in the sense how the packets, or the reason why I am using packets in the sense the information that you are transferring from one side to another side, it is being transferred in packets. It has been transferred in packets and it is been routed with reference to the routing table. For an example, if you have a city map, you can go anywhere in the city. Why? Because you have the city map and you have the routes. How you can go from one place to another place. What are the different things? In the same way, the network also has a network table which says this is the shortest path, this is the alternate path, and this is the second alternative path by which you can send the information. If at all one network is in blocked, second can be taken. If at all 2 are blocked, third can be taken. that is being said over here, and this is we are going to learn in this subject. The next one is to introduce TCP/IP suite of protocols and network application supported by it, like the protocols that we are using, the TCP/IP. What TCP/IP is there, we are going to learn in the coming sessions in detail. The different types of protocol that we are going to learn and how the network supports it. The last point is to learn basic and advanced socket system calls. Now next is, like, after you study this subject, what is the thing that you are going to learn, or what is the thing that you should be going to do by yourself, or what is the outcome of this subject is explain the functions of each OSI and trace the flow of information from one node to another node in the network. Now OSI layer, I'll tell you for in the next couple of things what OSI is, how to remember this OSI. OSI is a layer of network, sorry, not networks, it's a layer in which the information is being processed, or information is being filtered, or information is being passed in different ways so that no other third person can understand it. No other third person can understand or gain some information from it. For instance, if I tell you this, it means this means very good, tasty. If at all this symbol is being identified as good, it means a good. If at all if I use this symbol for a chef, it means the thing is very tasty. In the sense, this has some other meaning, this symbol has some other meaning for some other people. So in the same thing, the network also, how information is being processed to make that information unreadable to others, how information is in the process, and what is the method that is being used to process that information that we are going to get from this subject. The next one is understand the principles of IP addressing and internet routing. It means like what, like, you know, if at all if you go for IP addressing in the sense how things will be addressed. In the sense, if at all if you know about IP address is of, we can say, two types: home network and network information, like 192.168.1.1. This IP address is called as an IPv4 address, version 4 address. Now in the modern world we are going to use IPv6. This 192.168 represents the network and 1.1 represents the home address. In the sense, this address has some class that we are going to learn in the coming session, how this is and how things are being connected to one another. In the sense, 192.168.1.1 is an IP address which indicates where the network is coming, where the network will go, and what is the address of that particular system who is going to use this particular IP addressing. The next one is describe the networking of various network applications such as DNS, mail, file transfer, and www. So this is what we are going to learn, like domain name server, mails, file transfer, and World Wide Web. And this is the thing that we are going to learn. And like after learn, like, you know, after getting into this subject, this is the thing that will be coming out of, like what is this and how these things will work. And the last one is like implement client server socket based network application. So in general, if at all if I say this is the first step, or this is the first subject to enter into networking area. If at all if you want to be a network administrator, or if at all if you want to make your career in networking, this is the basic, or this is the first stepping stone in your networking side. By this we'll come to know what are the different areas of networks, the different domains in networking, and how different domains and how different fields comes under this networking. Now coming towards the syllabus, this is your syllabus. The first unit deals with the network introduction, routing things, and routing algorithms. The second network deals with the internetworking. This will be related to your data link layer, and this will let you know the second layer of your your what you call as OSI layer, and the third unit deals with the network layer or network programming, how networking is being done, the issues with the socket programming, the issues with what you call as network congestion and all these things. The fourth unit deals with the domain names and application layer, the last layer, and the last one is network security. How can we secure the networks, and how can we make a secure communication between sender and user. Now these are some of the books that is been suggested by the university. I suggest you to go with this first book, Tenenbaum, like Computer Networks, and 4th edition from PSI Education. I suggest you to go with this book. This book is the best book to understand computer networks. If at all, if you can buy this book, buy the book, or if at all, if you want to borrow the books from the library, you can borrow it. I think this book is available online also. You can get from online method also. Now this is my, like, how you can reach me. Like, this is my communication address, so by which you can come towards me. Now in short, if at all, if I want to say what computer network is, remember this statement. If at all, if you remember this statement, computer network is easy for you, at least for this semester. The sentence or the statement is, please do not touch Stephen's pet alligator. Just remember this statement. I'll tell you why I told you to remember this statement. I repeat it. Please do not touch Stephen's pet alligator. Please do not touch Stephen's pet alligator. So this is a thing that you need to remember this statement. I'll tell you why this statement is important. So that's all for today. Hope you understood something from this. I'll try my best to make you understand the subject in a better way, and I'll try to get the better things to make you understand the computer networks. That's all for today. Thank you for joining, and thank you for listening patiently. That's all for today. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.